fathom, and it's so simple at the same time. It's everything and nothing, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then like,
Everybody.
you have all these stories about, you know, the gods come from the heavens, and we were watching that Nazi documentary about their technology and how they were saying that they were getting it from some other life form in some other place. Um, and all those things came from the heavens. So I think that's a very good possibility that we have had leaps and bounds in technology from something else that's greater than us. There's also, you know, the men who stare at goats, the fucking psychic phenomena. I think everything goes back, and I think that's why people these days are getting so into meditation and all that, because we're finding out that whatever this thing is, it has to do with our consciousness at the end of the day, dude.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
One of the guys that's big into the men that stare goats, all this is Russell Targ. I just seen his movie Third Eye Spy. You know, it's coming out with all the secrets about remote viewing and the psychics and everything. And he said that someone relayed something back to him, not in the movie Third Eye Spy, but he said someone relayed something back to him about, I think it was his daughter or somebody's daughter being sick and them trying to take care of them. And he said, and that let him know that certain parts of the personality survives death. Because why would that particular consciousness remember that story? You know what I mean? Hey, you know, put this thought in your mind. It's like, you know what? They're showing me when you took care of him when you were sick, whatever. And he's like, oh God, that's my daughter. She died. And he's like, some parts of the personality survive death. And that remote viewing and all that stuff, that shit is real. It worked. They were doing it.
Well, the Nazis were so deep into the metaphysical shit too,
that's
searching
it.
for these relics and fucking putting them all together, the black sun, and like when you showed me that documentary with the pictures of their fucking saucers that they made, the flying saucers off the heated up mercury and shit, and these are real pictures, dude, and like real fucking schematics and shit.
So, yeah,
And I was like, dude, that's what we've been seeing all these years. It's us, dude. You know what I mean? Like, maybe it's not somebody else, or if they are here. Does that make sense? And not even that, they're getting more and more advanced as well. So now we're seeing these things that look so much more advanced than what we're used to. You know what I mean?
Dr. Kit Green said they're doing a study.
I know I'm not saying it well, but you know what I mean.
No. You're putting it out there exactly how it is. The way you see it is how you see it. For real. There can't be no wrong or right. Dr. Kit Green is doing a study on the people. Put it like this. He said, you know, the Nazis are getting it. It's Nazi technology that we're seeing. But like they said, but the crazy part is where they say they're getting it from. They're getting it channeled to them. They're seeing alien visitors or whatever. So Dr. Kit Green is doing a study on antennas. And if you guys been watching Project Blue Book, you can see some of the vocabulary in there think about the shit. Some of the vocabulary that's in this UFO shit is like the word antenna. Antenna are the people that can channel or that hear the thoughts. They're talking in my head. They're coming now. I know it. All this shit. Those people are antennas. People that channel this shit. And the Nazis said that they were getting it channeled to them. What's the name?
But they had to find these people that are more susceptible.
To being
which is what that Vril Society kind of was, right? Those girls with the long hair.
Yes, and it's what Dr. Kit Green is doing a study on right now. And a genetics professor who was almost up for the Nobel Peace Prize, Nolan. I always get him confused with Batman. Batman
Christopher Nolan.
He's Christopher Nolan, I believe. So Dr. Christopher Nolan, they're doing a study on blood work on antennas. They said there are two people are concerned that's funding the study. One is worried about how the message is sent. Is it through nanotechnology? Is it through, quantum quantum entanglement? How are they able to send the messages to people? And the other one is interested in who is sending it. And I said, that's some dope shit. They're like, we're just doing the study. We're doing the work on the blood. We can definitely, if you say I've been contacted by a UFO and I say, but it really happened to me, they'll draw your blood and say, damn, for real, you're not an antenna. They draw my blood. Oh, yeah, Dave, you've been seeing them for a while. You're an antenna.
Crazy.
They said it's in the blood. They can tell. The antenna has a different type of blood work. So when people say they're seeing this shit, and, it's really happening. You got people that work for NASA that's seeing this shit. So I think the Germans, they believed, and the people that were saying, hey, I'm seeing this.
Right.
They gave me this schematic.
They entertained it, yeah.
They entertained the idea, and like they said, what was fucking them up is that the shit came out to be right.
Right.
You know, if they gave him this mathematical equation how to spin Mercury and do this, get the fuck out of here. And they do it. Oh my God.
And it
right.
works. Yeah.
It's right. So like they said, it's how is that message being sent to you? Is it through quantum entanglement? And the second part that they want to know is who's fucking sending the message.
Right. And what else was interesting about that documentary was like they were talking about how a lot of this shit spawned off their deep belief in like that Atlantis actually existed and they were such a high technological society and had all these great things, and that it almost sounds like the Great Flood happened, dude. Like what's in the Bible about Noah and shit, and that fucking buried that fucking civilization, dude. Does that make sense?
Wiped out humanity.
And I also think that could have some ties to Antarctica and what's going on out there, dude, because the Nazis ended up out there big time and had from what it sounds like, an underground base, and that was where they were all gonna fucking go after the war, you know?
Yeah, Linda Moulton Howe is doing some special shit with some people right now, Spartan 1 and 2, about what they allegedly seen out there in Antarctica, and it's like, oh, people keep seeing shit out there, and one of the doors that they allegedly seen, I think it was like thick black obsidian, and I'm pretty sure this motherfucker said the door is 16 to 18 feet thick, which would make sense in a cold climate like that. You don't want no thin ass doors because it's the climate inside. But 16, that's what, the width of this fucking room almost?
Yeah.
Thick. And on the fucking door is the black sun.
See? Oh, no way.
Yeah, the black sun, but he draws the black sun and beneath it a star map. And it looks like the black sun is actually pointing to places on the star map. He does it way better than I can ever explain it.
Really?
But yeah, and I'm like, what the fuck it's Nazis, it's aliens, it's UFOs.
But see, and to bring it full circle to what we were saying first that brought all this up, if you were to dispel everything they did because they're fucking Nazis, then none of this, we wouldn't have half the shit we have today, you know what I mean?
We have to give up a lot of shit.
And like you said, as cold as it is, a lot of the shit they learned was because they had human test subjects, dude.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know that's fucked up to say, dude, but that's how they, you know, a lot of our medical science and shit like that is from that, dude. You know what I mean?
They had so many human test subjects. It was just, you know, let's see how fast a rocket strap that guy on there. You know, Jaime, get on, hey. Yeah, Jacob.
Jacob?
Yeah, Jacob. You know how they say Jacob?
Jacob.
Yeah, Jacob. Get over here and get on this fucking sled. You know, they've been calling different Jews out. Jacob, get over here on this sled. And they had a resource of humans to experiment on, repeatedly experiment on. You know, put them in a spaceship or put them in here. Let's spin the Mercury, see if it makes the ship rise. Well, it does. Well, Jacob is sick as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we know to shield it next time. Go get another one.
Yeah.
Put another one in there. A plethora of human test subjects to experiment on until they got shit right. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And nowadays they just throw that word around to anybody. You're a Nazi. You know what I mean? I mean, look at it. Let's talk about something that we had a fucking good laugh about is that Jesse Smollett shit, you know? I think it's so unfortunate before we start laughing about it, because that was the greatest shit ever. Watching that dude's interview, and me and David were laughing that's his greatest performance ever, dude.
Oh,
He was just putting it out there, dude, just fucking acting it up on that interview, man, and I fought back. It's like, and you know what else was great was when he realized that I think that dude thought that camera was pointed at him and they were going to get on video him punching those guys. Hero, hero, hero. You know what I mean? And just never, when he realized that thing was pointed the wrong way and didn't catch any of it, I know in his heart he was so bummed out because that was just the cherry on top. It was going to show him get assaulted and a noose put around his neck and bleach poured on him. And he fought back and they had MAGA hats on and called him a faggot nigger and all this shit, dude. You know, it's like, oh God, not even that, dude. It just bums me out, dude, because that's where we're at these days. That this dude was willing to incite a fucking race riot and a fucking, you know, things with the gay community, all these things that he could have been such a fucking a beacon for by doing the right thing and just acting and being successful, right? Killing him with fucking success in his life. And he just chose to fucking try to just stir the pot, dude.
You're rich. You're a star in the small LGBTQP or whatever it is now. Whatever. Like, I'm not sure if I've left something out or added something. But you're a star in that community. You're doing well. You're a nice looking young man. You're rich. I don't know what more you wanted. I don't know if you wanted to transcend all communities and be, the gay Tupac or whatever you wanted to
Oh
do.
God, that was the line too.
Enough.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. People would love to have your success, but I don't understand why being you wasn't enough. You were great. Nothing, I mean, you have a great bank account. You have a great job.
It's our fault, dude. We've allowed people to be this way. You know what I mean?
You know what? Somebody said that was breaking them down.
But also, I feel, David, these things have to happen so we swing back the other way as well. It always equals itself out. No, we've swung so far over the other way where you just make accusations and everybody gets fucked, to where it's going to swing back around the other way where we're like, we don't want to be overly sensitive and fucking pussies. You know what I mean?
Dr. Phil said because that's the way he thinks he's been treated.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe though. You know what I mean? Maybe that dude has a fucking.
The world is your. You know what, man? Just like Killer Mike and them said, being called nigger don't hurt as much when you drive the Lamborghini. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, whatever problems he's been through in his life of being gay or black or whatever, I'm sure these last few paychecks from Empire should lessen the blow. It should lessen the blow.
It just makes me laugh so hard that he wanted to top it off by making himself look like a tough guy as well. You know what I mean? It wasn't good enough to have the noose around your neck and all these things happening because you're a gay black man in America. You had to be the tough guy on top of it. And I think that's where he fucked up and everybody's like, I don't know about that. You know what I mean?
Part, he goes, why do you think it happened? I go hard on 45. And Donald Trump believed him from jump.
Yeah, I didn't know what that was. You got to explain that to me.
And Donald Trump, what do you feel? He didn't say, let's wait till the evidence is all in. Let's wait and see. How do you feel about it? It's a shame. I'm sorry it happened to him. He gave you the most compassion and believed you quicker than anybody did. And that's the one you want people to blame it on.
And that's what I'm saying. People jump to conclusions like we were talking about Kanye. Like you just see Trump as a certain way and you want to see him that way now. There's nothing that dude could do that's ever going to make up for the fact that you see him this way. You know what I mean? Yeah. That dude could fucking solve world hunger right now and fucking everybody still shit on him. You know what I mean? I'm so interested to see who we get next, dude, because I really think people are going to turn out and not vote him in again, but
I doubt that. I believe
who the fuck else is going to fucking do it? You know what I mean?
I believe it's going to be him, but Bernie Sanders is going to be back. We had our chance 4 years ago to get Bernie Sanders. I fucked up too. I thought I wanted Bernie Sanders because of my lack of a grandfather, and I give old men this fucking undying respect. So I thought I was.
Do you? You find yourself doing that?
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's why, because my grandfather grew up on the East Coast.
Well, we were also, I remember being raised to respect your elders a lot, dude. A lot, man. Definitely. Almost to a fault, dude, to where my dad, like, even if that person was wrong, you had to listen to him, you know what I mean?
Man, listen, the old man.
Because that's how my dad was raised, you know?
And it took me to talk before I could sock his ass back. Like, Pop, like, you see this motherfucker just hit me, y'all? Y'all see this shit? All right, look. All right, watch. I try to warn him. Instead of just firing on his ass, I felt myself giving him excuses to walk away, but he was putting his fists up like he finna come back in part 2. He was thinking, I got him rocked now. And I'm like,
see, I remember that changing in my life when I was like 16. Like, I would let older people fucking punk me out or whatever. Yeah. And then it just, something turned and I would fight him, dude. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't give a fuck if you're 30-something and I'm 16. Like, you're being disrespectful to me now. You know what I mean? Let's get him up or whatever, you know? Not to say I'm a hard ass or anything, but I just remember something changed, dude. And I can remember me and my friends being like, you're trying to punk us out because we're kids and we're all going to beat your ass, dude. You're going to have 3 fucking 16-year-olds whip your fucking ass right now. You know what I mean? Because it goes both ways, bro, you know?
Still to this day, I give them the most up down. Like, all right, old man, I know you. You know, they be talking shit. All right, whatever, old man. Just, you're old and you're stuck in your ways. Probably, excuse me, the same shit I see when I see an old man that's racist. Like this dumbass old man, I'm, hey, I'll fuck this motherfucker up. Because I can, and it's going to hurt me on my feelings later of beating up an old man. Just like this dumbass old man.
See, I think that you said it best right there. You're just going to feel bad in the end. You know what I mean? Like, fuck, man, I just lit an old dude up.
Yeah.
Because we're going to be that dude someday, you know what I mean?
We are going to be that old man that's mad and cantankerous at the world and everything is stupid.
Oh, I'm going to be a fucking asshole. I'm going to talk so much shit when I'm older.
Man, I had a good talk with my son yesterday about me being the old man. He was saying that they asked him in class, what does it mean to them about this new gene edit?